We have a couple of Saeco machines I'm going to look at today. We're looking at the old version of the Saeco Incanto Deluxe. Not old version, it's the same version, but it's an old machine that has gone bye-bye as far as new goes. You might find a Furb. Intelia Deluxe from Saeco. This is the new kid on the block, and we've got to check out what's going on. It's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and I am going to compare these two machines since the Incanto Deluxe is basically gone. You might, like I said, find a refurb out there, but this is the new kid on the block that I want to show you the different features. So, bean hopper up here, 7 settings as far as grind control goes. Bean hopper up here on this one, 10 settings as far as grind control goes. Bypass doser if you want to use decaf at night. Bypass doser if you want to use decaf at night or during the day. The one thing I have noticed about this is kind of a blue tint. This is a much darker smoky color, which keeps out more of the UV, and UV is detrimental and will deteriorate your beans pretty fast. So I think this is an upgrade. They both hold 10.6 ounces, so they're comparable there. Cup warmer up here, cup warmer up here. Actually, that's hot. Metal casing. This has a metal casing all around. It's powder coated and plastic up here. This is actual stainless steel brushed on the front, which is quite nice with a plastic casing back here. Stainless here. Drip tray, I'd like to point out on the drip tray on this. It's got the baffles in it, which is kind of nice. But not just that. This is a heavy stainless steel grate. Really nice. I like that a lot. I think it's an upgrade from the stainless steel brushed grate that had plastic surround on it on this one. So I would say it's an upgrade. Let me get that in there. There we go. Float for when it gets full, float for when it gets full. But empty it before that. I like to anyway, then you're not wearing it. What else has it got? This has the, what's it called, Saeco brewing system. They got rid of that a while back. If you turned it one way, you had less crema. The other way, you had more crema on top of your coffee. And these spouts came off, give you a little more higher cup clearance. Very similar there. This just breaks it into 2. And this actually would get clogged up, this brewing system. And sometimes you'd have to go like this to release it to make coffee come out. Up and down spouts right here. Up and down spouts right here. This has a little more travel, I would say. Water tank back here. 68 ounces of water. On the new Intelia Deluxe, 53 ounces of water. Takes the Intensa water filter. You know, when it comes to having, a lot of people will ask me when I'm working in the retail stores, how much water does this machine hold? To me, the volume, as you get larger, is not really always a good thing. It gets stale sitting there. If you're not a family of 5 using this thing 6 times in a day, the water's going to get stale. So I actually prefer a little smaller water tank. This machine comes with a standard Panarello steam arm, which that's what you're locked into. This one here comes with a cappuccino torrie that goes right on here. Put this in your milk, turn on the steam, sucks up milk, puts it down into your cup. And it has the option of putting on the stainless steel Panarello, or there's a plastic one too, but this one looks a lot nicer with the machine with the brushed. This gives you the option of doing a much finer foam, nicer foam, I think. So you have the option of getting that, putting it on there, or you can use the cappuccino torrie, which it comes with. I'm going to show you how the steam is later on. Programmability, you have 3 programmable buttons on this one. You can change the temperature and what they call the aroma in the menu. And what that means is how many grams of coffee are going to be ground through. And the choices are only 3 different choices in there. On this machine, this is the same thing where you are going to program how many grams. You go from bypass doser, pre-ground, to 1 bean, 2 bean, 3 bean, 4 bean, 5 bean. So this has more options when it comes to that. On-off button right on the front of the machine, which is convenient. On-off button on this one is way in the back and you have to reach around. What else can we say? Dregs box right here on this machine. It pulls right out of the front. This machine, dregs box, you have to open the door, and let me tell you what happens when you open the door. Also, you can see the dregs box on this one is much larger. When you open the door on this machine, unlike the new ones where the spouts stay put, you're breaking the connection between the brew unit and the spouts right here. And as soon as you do that, it lets air in there and it lets the coffee that's hung up in here dribble on your countertop or on your floor, on your leg, on your foot, whatever. So that, I think this is a plus. They've switched to the spouts staying above the drip tray at all times. That's a great thing. Brew unit right in here. And on this machine, brew unit comes out the side. And there's a little extra drip tray underneath the brew unit. The brew units are basically going to be about the same. I see they got a little bit of yellow plastic on here. My take on that was they got a special on yellow plastic because basically they're going to brew the same. Slips right in here. On these machines, it's just important to keep everything clean, so you want to clean all this when you have it apart. Warning lights, you can see something's missing. That's the dregs box signal. Now it's back on again. So they've made some nice improvements, I think, on the new machines. And those improvements to me are the drip spout stays here, nicer looking stainless fronts and all. You have the option of doing the cappuccino Torri or the steam one, the Panarello. Those are some of the highlights, I think. Programmability is much easier to maneuver on this one. So I think they've done a good job upgrading these machines. I do want to show you the steam on this machine with the Panarello. Takes a second to come up to temperature. You'll see it be heating up, but once it gets there, boom, pretty good steam. What else can I tell you about it while we're waiting for that? Push buttons on here. Steam on this one is a turn knob. This is more apt to fail, that knob and this steam assembly that's inside there. You can see bigger cup clearance here too. See? Much taller. So, that's pretty much the features of these two machines. Bye-bye, Saeco Incanto Deluxe. We loved you, but step aside. We got the new kids on the block, and they're taking over the hood. Thanks a lot for watching, and check out the rest of the stats on our webpage on the new machine. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Visit us at seattlecoffeegear.com, and you guys have a good day.